So, over the past few days, there's this sort of epiphany I had when it comes to we as human beings, our place, on earth, and what we are meant to do as an individual, as a person, and figuring out how that is tied into the
What?
overall sort of thing that we are meant to do as a person. So, it is the idea of determining what we as human beings, like the change we are meant to make, the impact we're meant to create. How do we sort of position ourselves to be able to spot it? What are the things that we are meant to be on the lookout for, so that when such a thing presents itself, we can see it, visualize it, and just take advantage of it. So what I want to speak on today is sort of the epiphany I had on how to harness this. It is basically the idea that the resources that you need to do what you're meant to do will always be at your disposal, which ties back to one of the teachings of this absolute unconventional thinker that I listen to, by the name of Dr. Olakunle Soyinka. You can check him out on YouTube. Dr. Olakunle Soyinka, you can check him out. So it's the idea that what you are meant to do will always gravitate towards you, and it is the responsibility of the assigner to make sure that the assignee gets the message and what acts on the message for the overall benefit and goal of humanity, which the assigner himself is looking forward to, ensuring that it is done in the world. So in other words, God Almighty, or the universe, which is the assigner, it is his responsibility to ensure that we, the humans, which are the assignee, gets the message, acts on the message for the good of humanity in the world. So the epiphany I had is the resources you need to make a change, to create a change, will always be at your disposal. Now, it might not be grand, it might not be the total resources that you need, but the resources you need to get started will always be at your disposal. You just have to look around you and sort of sync what you have around you to what you want to do as a person, as an individual. The resources, the things that you will always need. So the resources can be people, that's man. It can be material resources. It can be machinery. It can be equipment. It can be money. It can be. So there's this acronym of 5M's. When we're talking about resources, I think there's man, which is the human beings you have around you. It can be material, which is the physical raw materials you need to get started. So if you're somebody that maybe wants to become a amazing, instrumentalist, the instruments you need will always be around you, or somebody around you will have that instruments that you need. So it can be man, it can be material, it can be machinery, that's the equipment itself. It can be money. I've forgotten the last one. I can drop it in the comments, but I know it's 5M's: man, material, machinery, money, and what's the fifth one now? Method. So the method of doing that thing, the sort of way in which that thing can be done perfectly, how to ascertain that method of doing it, which will always be around you. Those 5 things, one of them will be around you. If that thing is that which you are, that you feel it in your body, like in your soul to do, the assigner would have placed such a resource within your proximity. So it can be the man, that's the human that that sort of knows the person, that can link you up to get started. It can be you having the physical resource, that's the material resource. It can be you having the money to get started. It can be you having the machinery, that's the equipment itself. You know somebody that has it, or you know somebody that knows somebody that has it. Then it can be you having somebody that knows the method, that knows the approach, the systemic approach, systemic way of doing that thing, that you want to make in the world, that change you want to make in the world. It will always be around you, and it's our responsibility as the assignee to always look around us, picture what change we are looking to make in the world, and picture how we can harness the resources at our disposal, because the resources can't be dispersed the same way. That's why not everybody is having the money. So people are having the material resources, but not having the money. So people are having the human at their disposal, but not having the material resources and the money, which is that human is what we use to unravel the material resources and the money. Some are having the method, some are very skilled, that is, they can do that thing easily. So you meet some people, the way they do some things effortlessly that will take other people enormous amount of time to do. They will just do it effortlessly and you seem as though they are just making magic. So they have the method. And it's that method that they have that will bring them the money, the people. Some have the sort of human at their disposal. Some have the money at their disposal. Some have the machinery at their disposal. Some have. So it's just for we to look within these 5 M's. The material, the method, the money, the machinery, and the man. That's the human being. Look at what is at our disposal like amongst these 5, and figure out how we can harness 1, 2, 3, or all of these 5 if they are at our disposal to make that change that we want, to create that next level of impact that we want in the world. So first of all, it's first we as the human being, figuring out the change that we want to make in the world. So if you're able to ascertain the change that you want to make, you can zone into these 5 M's and look at which of these M's do you have at your disposal. Is it material? Is it machine? Is it method? Is it money? Then figure out the role that 1, 2, 3, 4, or all of these 5 M's can play in creating that change in the world or making the world a better place. So this is what I thought to share, guys. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment. Let me hear your opinion. Let me hear what you think about this in the comment section. The idea is very simple, is that if you don't know what impact you want to make in the world, zone into these 5 M's, which is the material, the man, the money, the method, the machinery. You will have 1 out of these 5 M's at your disposal. No matter where you are in life, 1 will be out of these 5 M's. They will be at your disposal. It's just for you to zone into these 5 M's. That's if you don't actually know, because some people are blessed, they just know what they want to do, and they sort of figure out how to harness 1, 2, 3, or 4 of these 5 M's at their disposal, and they just run away with it. But if you don't know what to do, zone into these 5 M's. Look at which of the 5 M's are at your disposal, and what is the role. What role can 1, 2, 3, 4, or all of these 5 M's, if you have them at your disposal, what role can they play in making an impact in the world, in making a change in the world? Then you can now begin to unravel the impact and zone into creating that change, creating that impact at scale in the world. But the idea is that the resources that you need to get started first will always be at your disposal, will always be within your reach, because it is the responsibility of the assigner to make sure that the assignee is well equipped with the resources needed to get or to ensure that the message sent by the assigner is done by the assignee in the world. So guys, I want you to put in the comment until the next video. See you. Bye.